discussions like these and listen to what your candidates have to say. My name is John Johnson. I'll be your independent candidate tonight and for the next 8 days. I live with my wife in Horseshoe Bay and our dog Bella. I'm running in this election because I'd like to see more choice on the ballot. I want to vote for somebody that represents the needs of my community, not the needs of a political party. And I'm just not seeing that every time I go to the polls. As an aside, I'd like to congratulate the resort municipality of Whistler and the mayor for the award they received over the weekend from the Canadian for the distinction they received over the weekend from the Canadian Association of Journalists, which is the Code of Secrecy Award, awarded to the most secretive governing body in the country. And as a bit of a segue, when I look at what happens in the BC legislature, it's not that different. And we need to change that, and that's why I'm here. We need more independent representation in the legislature. We need real discussion and real debate, not what ex-MLAs refer to as sideshows or fake or for show. We need real representation of our communities in the legislature, not somebody that's towing the party line. And I hope that what I'm doing by sticking my neck out publicly for the first time and engaging in this process will encourage others to consider doing that and to consider voting for independent candidates. Thanks.
Thank you, Mr. Johnson. And I should have said that Mr. Johnson is the independent candidate. And I should have also flagged that the traffic lights at the front here are in order to keep everybody honest. So when it hits the amber, it means that they have 30 seconds left to go, either in their 1 or their 2 minute segment. So you can watch the lights carefully. If it hits red, you've gone too far. Okay, the second candidate is Jordan Sturdy of BC Liberal Party.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Jordan Sturdy. I think most of you probably know me or know of my farm. But just a quick overview. I came from Vancouver, attracted by the mountains, clearly, like most other people around here. I was hired by Arthur Young in 1989 as a patroller, ski patroller, and I've actually worked on Blackcomb ever since. I was looking for a summertime job because I worked 2 summers on the hill, year-round on the hill, and 2 full years in ski boots was just not going to happen after that. So we started farming our property, and which is now North Arm Farm, 60 acres, 45 acres of vegetables and berries, dinners, events, all that kind of stuff. So, and I've been involved in the Worcester Farmers Market since the beginning, I guess, and been the president for the last 10 years, and the mayor of Pemberton for the last 3 terms. I guess what I bring to the table here is I do understand government. I understand how to get things done. I think you might have seen that if you've been to Pemberton over the last couple of years. You've seen the changes that we've made. But really, when it comes down to it, I didn't realize this growing up in the city, but I am really pretty much a farmer at heart. It's about pragmatism, and it's how I come to things. You know, as an organic grower, it's the right thing to do. And it makes good business sense, and it has to work together, and that's, you know, I'm not a particularly ideological person. I like to understand the issues completely, and I've been mayor long enough to really understand that issues are complex, and there's the issues in the sea to sky are particularly complex, and there's many competing interests. So, depending on whether we're talking food, we're talking economy, we're talking the kids, and what the kids and your kids and my kids are going to do in the future, it's really about understanding how to assess problems and how to solve and find solutions. Thanks.
The next candidate is Richard Warrington of the Green Party of BC.
Good evening. It's nice to see so many people out, this sort of arrangement, to get to know the candidates and hear a little bit about politics. When I had to start doing this, I had to go around and collect signatures. And oh my goodness, people aren't going to want to talk politics. Surprisingly, they really did. Once I said that I wasn't trying to sell them something, and I wasn't trying to be a typical politician, then they really opened up, and a lot of people said, well, yes, these are things that we need. And I became a politician for the first time in my life about, well, no, actually exactly 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago Monday. The reason I did that, somebody suggested that because of my lifestyle, my principles, my beliefs, that I might be a good Green candidate. I knew nothing about politics or the Green Party. But then I started to read about the Green Party platform, and I thought, good heavens, all this stuff makes a lot of sense. They'd like to have things balanced. They believe in sustainability. Yes, the Green Party, people say, oh, well, they're a bunch of tree huggers and whale savers. There's that aspect to it too, but they really believe in sustainability in everything. So I said, well, I'm green before I even knew it, before I even joined up. The other thing I believe very strongly is in choice. When I started, there was only a Liberal candidate and an NDP candidate on the ballot, and I thought, what about all the nice people who like to vote Green? If there's no Green candidate, then they can't vote. There's something wrong with that. So I thought, well, I'd like to give people choice. So it was not easy to sign up, to enter the political race, and it's been a lot of fun. It's been an amazing learning curve. And the more I get into it, the more I feel supported by the Green Party and their principles. I can easily come to you and say, yes, we have an alternative. We have a principled alternative to the way government has been running. And no, we're not going to form the government, but wouldn't it be nice if we were there to raise our hand and say, well, wait a minute, we'd love to sign off on this legislation, but wouldn't it be a good idea to have a little bit more, sorry, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Warrington. And the fourth candidate is Ana Santos of the NDP party. And absolutely, if you'd like the podium.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thanks for coming today. I was raised in the north of Spain, in a family with very limited means. But I was fortunate to have received a mixture of great quality public and private education. To this education, I know who I am today. It allows me to live without any barriers in my head. Everything, and I mean everything, is possible. Education, I believe, is the most important investment we can make in our future. It provides equal opportunity. In a province like ours, this is not a small thing. Did you know that we have the worst income inequality record in the country? Do you know that we also have the second worst child poverty rate in Canada? Our riding is almost a mirror of that. Do you know how many people go to the grocery store and buy their food from the pet food section? Personally, I am appalled. This issue affects us all. It translates into huge service and healthcare costs. How can we change this? Well, of course, we can make immediate practical changes like investing in income assistance programs, as we will do. But this will not eradicate poverty and inequality. The real changes with the positive long-term results will come from investing heavily and consistently in education, skills training, and apprenticeship programs. Why? Well, because education is like manure in the soil of a farm. It leads to benefits across all sectors. Let me just give you some examples. It leads to not just jobs, but better job opportunities for everybody. It leads to thriving businesses thanks to educated and skilled workers. It leads to people who are better capable to care for our environment. It leads to people who are healthier because we can make better lifestyle and food choices, and this reduces healthcare costs. It leads also to better democracy because our citizens are better informed, empowered, and engaged. This is why education is the first priority of the BC NDP, and this is why I have joined the ranks of the New Democrats. Thank you.